What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of the Kool Movies Podcast. Joined as always by Mr. Leo Wakil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Good.
All right, so we were talking last week a lot about Predator.
Yes.
And I think even maybe in the episode before that, it came up. And so it's like, all right, we can't talk about the Predator with eventually mentioning aliens.
Yes.
They just kind of go together for better or for worse. What was the first time you've watched any of the Alien movies?
I saw all of them last year to prepare for Alien Romulus.
Okay,
So
and that's the series, because I haven't seen any
No.
of the
It's the last movie from last year.
movie. And Alien Earth is also a film?
That's a show that came out last year or this year, the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
People say it's also really good.
Mhm.
But Alien Romulus was the last movie they did last year. Did you not see that one?
No.
Yeah.
I checked out after Alien Covenant. Even though I
Okay.
really enjoyed Alien Covenant, I'm one of the few. It's just that I was just, sometimes you got to know when it's done.
Yeah.
And for me, it was kind of done, especially when I heard that Ridley Scott was not going to have a chance to continue that particular storyline.
That was like the normal and better path for them to take. We just let him finish whatever he wants to do and then do something new. And they just brought in Fede Alvarez.
Yeah.
It's
But I
like,
heard a lot of good things.
it's
about
good.
Romulus.
It's like the Force Awakens for Alien. It's very similar to others.
Mhm.
It's like a compilation of everything that's good, but it's still good.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So I saw all of them last year to prepare for that one.
All right. And does it stay consistent? How does it ebb and flow? Because it definitely starts off at a high with the first two.
Yeah.
And
A lot of curves.
a lot of curves.
A lot of curves.
Okay.
So can we go into them?
Yeah. Let's go into the first Alien.
First Alien,
Mm-hmm.
really great. Like
All-time classic.
all-time classic.
All-time great.
Like scene after scene of just
Mhm.
tension, sci-fi madness, and mixed with horror, which like genre blendings that Ridley Scott does amazingly.
Yeah.
It's one of his best movies. One of his best looking movies too. Practical design of the entire ship, the alien. I love the cat.
Yeah, Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Well, one of the things that I even said in the previous video that I made is like the real star of Alien is H.R. Geiger. He's the guy who designed the alien creature.
Yeah, I saw that.
And even when they go into the spaceship, the derelict spaceship, he designed all of that.
The entire
thing.
Which comes
that's
back
him.
later in the other movie.
Yeah, exactly. And so if you can think of any other movie that has like really impressive looking worlds or antagonist kind of worlds, even if you think of Alien Covenant when they go back to I don't know if it's what they call it, the planet of like the creators or whatever. There's nothing really.
The engineers.
Yeah, the engineers. Thank you. There's nothing really unique about it.
Yeah.
You just, at least for me, when I saw it, I just kind of think of like ancient Rome or something. But it was wholly unique when you see it in Alien. You've never seen anything like that before, and so it leaves that huge impression on you because it's singular. And then when you pair that with kind of like the very stripped down mechanical look of I forget the name of the ship.
It's a famous name of a ship.
It is a famous name, which is why it's annoying me. But it's very, like, as they say in so many other analysis of Alien, like very working class, very gritty, look for
They
that
translate like the world building into the production design of the ship.
Exactly. And it's just like they're diametrically opposed. One is very kind of Nostromos, thank you. I was going to say Nosferatu for a second, but one is very, very like organic, but weird and uncomfortable, but still like very striking.
Yeah.
And then the other one is just like mechanical robot and just not
stripped down.
Yeah, very stripped down. Not a place that you actually do want to spend more than a day in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that I always think of H.R. Geiger. Fun fact. So, have you ever heard of Alejandro Jodorowsky?
The name, yeah.
Okay, where have you heard that name before?
Don't remember.
Remember? Okay. So, he was the original director in the 70s for Dune.
You've told me that story, I think, once.
Yeah. And so, like, there's that great documentary, Jodorowsky's Dune, and he talks about all the stuff. the home world for the Harkonnens was designed by H.R. Geiger. And that, since the movie never got made, he had all this concept art, and then he presents it to Ridley Scott and those people, and they're like, "Oh, we like this, let's do it." And then here we are. So thank you, Jodorowsky, or whoever made the decision to not have him make that movie, because we would not have Alien. There's also a lot of other stuff we wouldn't have had. Most importantly, I think we would not have had Denis Villeneuve's Dune.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because he would have made, his vision was huge. Mick Jagger was going to be it, Salvador Dali, Orson Welles.
Salvador Dali.
Yeah, I forget who exactly he was going to play, but the cast was stacked.
Yeah.
And the production art was incredible, and that he went on to use all of that stuff to like make these very influential comic books like The Inkles and even The Fifth Element. That movie, there's a lot of influence from the comic books that came from the movie that was never made.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I love Sigourney Weaver.
She's like
iconic. I don't remember whatever she did before Alien, because that's the first time ever.
Thelma and Louise was way after, right?
Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, like 20 years later. Yeah.
That was 79. Not 20 years later, but like maybe 15.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, she's not in Thelma and Louise.
Sorry, I mixed her up with
Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis.
No, I was thinking of Susan Sarandon. Yeah, sorry.
No. Yeah, I mean, she went on to do like other things that are great, but she is Ripley,
and she is like Ripley. One of the best characters in science fiction. And
what I really love about Ellen Ripley is she's the reluctant hero. She's not the person who is like, you're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, you're a wizard, Harry.
Kind of things like, I'm called to do this. Okay, let's go, and I'll stumble along the way and eventually triumph. This is like, I don't want any of this.
Yeah. And that's clear in the ending, right? Where she has like the fire machine, and she's completely different from the beginning, where she didn't like know, and in the end she's
when you
fighting hands on with the alien
at the end of Alien.
Alien. Yeah, like just her and the alien on the ship.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, that entire sequence just had me shivering.
Bro, I still, because I watched it out of order. I watched like maybe clips when it was on TV, but I'd never seen it from beginning to end, and I was way too young to watch it. So I was terrified.
Yeah.
And I was in my action movie obsession in the late 80s, and then I saw Aliens first. And I loved it. And I was like, you know what, let me go back and watch the first one. So I eventually did, and I was just so freaked out, especially in the moment at the end where, she's just fixing something in the ship, and then pop, the alien's arm. One of the best jump scares of all time. And I was like, oh my God, no, it's like, I'm sure just like the reaction she must have felt. But it's so terrifying. And the way you were saying, like how the scenes build on top of each other. And they not only build on top, they just flow into each other so smoothly.
It's incredibly claustrophobic. Like you feel like you're there and you can't, in space, no one can hear you.
Exactly.
The slogan,
One of the greatest taglines of all time for a movie. And it's a terrifying tagline.
Yeah.
Like there's no escape.
Yeah.
And there's this great book, I actually have it up there, called Save the Cat, which categorizes movies.
Okay.
And the specific movie, I think a category for this one, I think, is Monster House, where the monster is there and there's no escape. You have to face it, so it's not like, in some cases, Jaws a little bit, because you can always just not go in the water. But there you have no choice in this particular one, which is why my hot take is that Alien is better than Jaws.
Okay.
That's my thing. I know like there's everyone, the consensus is that, Jaws is the greatest quote unquote movie of all time. Summer blockbusters were built
the
off
first
of,
blockbuster.
Off of Jaws, basically. So it's like, all right, we got to make one of those.
Yeah.
And so but with Alien, I think the visceral reaction, because it's horror, I think the way, just the iconic look of the creature, of the alien itself, plays a huge role. And the fact that it's a reluctant hero. with Jaws, you have Brody who like he wants to take action and do something, even though he's scared to do it. Fair enough. I'm cool with that. But Ellen Ripley's like, I just want to get out of here and she plays home alive.
And she plays it so well. Sigourney Weaver, like, she doesn't want to be there. She's just working, and that kind of stuff starts to happen. Amazing character, and
the fact that it wasn't specific. It was supposed to be a male character.
Yeah, I heard that.
And then it was like, well, it's nothing specific. Yeah. So, hey, she's great. Let's give it to her. And she did the job that she did.
Yeah.
And for me, I think my favorite part is really everything up until they land on the planet. Because that build-up, you really get to know the characters. It feels so organic, the friendship.
The banter, yeah.
Yeah, and the banter between. And it almost kind of reminded me, and this is bleeding a little bit into Aliens, where James Cameron shot the movie backwards. Well, not necessarily sequentially backwards, but he started like when you see them on the spaceship, like having breakfast, getting up, that was filmed last.
Okay.
And the reason he wanted to do it that way is like, let's get through all of this stuff. And that way, when we film that part, there's a relationship and rapport built between the soldiers. And so that's kind of what I also felt with Alien. Is like, these guys feel like they work together.
Yeah.
They've been through this. Oh man, we got to land on this.
And it's just a job. Like for them, it's just a job. Yeah.
It's just a job. They're just trying to do what they can to pay their bills and make it home safe.
And like a 1979 movie, already projecting this kind of job for the future, where people just leave.
Science fiction eventually becomes science fact.
Yeah.
So one of the great things, great movies of all time.
Yeah.
What was your takeaway? What was the thing that like struck you when you watched it? Because I'm sure you've heard of it.
Alien.
Forever. Yeah, the first Alien.
Like, I heard like it's terrifying, but like just by the end, I thought this is one of the most claustrophobic movies I've ever seen. We basically don't leave the ship only when we get to the engineers ship. At the beginning.
Yeah, it's not like it is the engineer's ship.
Yeah, it's their ship, but it isn't explained in that in the original. I just came away excited for the next.
Okay.
Like, I knew there were many movies, and I knew it was going to be very inconsistent. I just thought like this first one was great, and then I went to Aliens, and it was better.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
Because there is always that debate. Is Alien or Aliens one better than the other?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like
Ridley Scott.
No, I'm not gonna Ridley Scott. I'm gonna say it straight up. Like, I think they're equal.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they're equally good. I don't say one is better than the other.
They complement each other very well.
They definitely complement. And it's interesting that you say claustrophobic, because I didn't really feel the claustrophobia because the way it's filmed, there's a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like the rooms are kind of big, even the hyperbaric chambers or wherever they sleep. They're sleeping chambers.
The difference, the contrast between Aliens and Alien is like Aliens is the entire soldier team. And it's many people. But the first one is just the crew.
Well, yeah.
And that's, I think, what made me that's what made me feel like less safe in the environment that they were in.
But like because of so I guess we're just gonna segue right into Aliens. Because of where it takes place on that community, like communal, whatever they call it.
Which is just like conceptually brilliant.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
And so, but everything is like so closed in.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see a lot of space between like, the walls and the roof with the characters. So that to me, it felt very, very claustrophobic. And I think the most claustrophobic moment is when they are barricaded in the room, but the aliens are coming and they're still in the room, and they're like, how is this possible? And that to me is like one of the most tension-filled moments.
Absolutely.
The sound design of the radar, brilliant.
And one alien becomes like thousands of aliens in the second one.
Yeah, and because I think it was only mentioned in Aliens, it was like, so it's like, yes, he's there and they found this egg, and there were thousands of eggs. So who's laying these eggs? So that was like, that never occurred to me.
Yeah.
Again, I think I said this in a previous episode of great creators. They do things that are obvious that you didn't understand.
Yeah, we're talking about Del Toro.
Yeah, with Del Toro and what he did with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And so Cameron did the same. He was like, okay, well, what about a queen laying eggs?
Like in nature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, whoa. Now I do have one gripe with Aliens, and that's the score.
I don't remember. Neither one, honestly.
I remember I saw Aliens so much. It was one of my go-tos to watch over and over again on those blank VHS tapes that we would tape from the TV show, the TV channels. And there was always this struck me as something like, okay, it's dramatic, it's good, but I don't know, it never vibed with me.
Yeah.
And then it's James Horner. Do you know who James Horner is?
I love James Horner.
Okay, thank you. The GOAT, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah?
Yes, over Hans Zimmer.
What else he do?
He did his Braveheart, he did Titanic, he did the first Avatar movie.
His score for Avatar is amazing.
It is amazing. I actually love what he did in Commando.
Haven't seen.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Commando, 1986, 87. I think I mentioned this before, the greatest action movie of the 80s. It's so ridiculous and stupid, but it's classic. I love it. And it's crazy what he does with steel drums. It's like, this is an action movie with a lot of explosion. What is steel drums doing? But he makes it work. And so he did the score for this one. And then because I'm a nerd and I dug into the behind the scenes stuff, he actually doesn't like it either. Well, he didn't like it. May he rest in peace.
He's dead?
Yes. He died.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he did the second Avatar as well.
No, he didn't. No, I think that was Harry Gregson
Williams.
Yeah.
He always takes over for other. That happened
Gladiator.
with Gladiator. That's it. Hans Zimmer isn't dead, but
Hans Zimmer's not dead, but he's like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But no, he I think he died in a plane crash.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how many years, but not this century.
Yeah.
In the past 25 years it happened. I forget when. But he was like, he didn't like it because he didn't get a chance to properly finish it. And that's kind of what got me. I was like, there's an unfinished quality to the way it sounds. Like, it's going somewhere. It feels like it's 80% done.
Yeah, okay.
And then he didn't have enough time because they were on such time constraints. There's I recommend the documentary, The Behind the Scenes, because there was just so much shenanigans. That was his second movie, James Cameron.
James Cameron.
That was James. He did Terminator, and then he does Alien. So it's like, who is this young kid barking orders at us and whatnot? Then it ends up being what it is, and
it's an amazing vision. I think it's better than the first one just because of how epic and huge it is. The third act specifically, they go to she wears the machine thing. What's the name of it?
I don't remember.
Oh no, she wears this
get away
huge
from her, you
get
bitch.
away from me. That's the second I had heard that before, but the second I saw it in context, amazing. The aliens keep coming back, and when she goes to the mother, the eggs site, the nest.
Yeah.
That entire sequence where they leave that place, amazing. I love the little girl. I think she adds so much to Ripley's character.
The one and only movie.
Really?
She never did another movie after.
Isn't she in the first scene of Alien 3?
I mean, technically, her picture is, but she's not in it.
And she adds so much to Ripley, because in the first one, like you said, she's great. She's a reluctant hero. That's her role.
Yeah.
The second one, where's she going? She's a mother.
Yeah.
And the entire crew is its father.
Now, did you see the version where you find out that she is a mother for real?
I didn't see the version, but I saw they recorded something about that. What was it?
Well, no, just the fact that when she comes back to Earth, she finds out that her daughter, passed away because it's been 53 years that she's been lost in space, basically. And then when she comes back to Earth, she finds out her daughter is dead. And then you see a picture of an old woman. This is what her daughter became.
I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, it's a famous scene that got cut.
But is it from
reasons?
Aliens or Alien 3?
Aliens.
In the end, it would be?
No, it was at the beginning. At the beginning of Aliens.
So she would get the role. Okay.
Yeah. And so now she lost everything.
Yeah.
She's got this job doing whatever, and so she's just trying to rebuild her life again. And then they come to her and look.
No.
We need your expertise, to do this thing, And that that group of soldiers just
the banner. Who's the cast? The soldiers.
You got Michael Biehn, who's like Hicks, Corporal Hicks.
Okay.
You got Bill Paxton.
Yeah, that's
Hudson.
the one. He's the one I was thinking of.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
He was great.
I think he's one of the guys from the actors of the 80s who passed away. He's the one of the guys I miss the most.
Twister.
Well, not just Twister. I'm talking Weird Science. He was Chet in Weird Science. My brother loved Weird Science. I have an older brother who's 8 years older than I am, and he was like that we had that dynamic of the bigger brother, little brother, and I remember when I finally watched Weird Science, like from beginning to end, not just the clips when he was watching it. Everything just kind of made sense. I was like, oh, that's why he's the brother he is. But yeah, he was incredible in that movie, and everything he has ever done is just classic. He's in True Lies, another James Cameron movie. Go back and watch True Lies. It's classic. How he is. He's just so ridiculous, and he's just great in this. And everything from Game Over, man, Game Over. He's got those classic lines. Yeah. And I think his spoilers, his death hit me the hardest.
I don't remember specifically.
He's go back to that scene where they're barricaded in the room.
I remember.
And then finally he kind of musters himself, and he's like, I'm fighting back. I'm not going to be scared. And right at that moment, he gets taken away. So it's like, yes, you did
it's from the ceiling, right?
No, from the underneath.
From underneath.
Yeah, the alien comes up from underneath, drags him down. He tries shooting it. He's like, I just love that scene that he's in. I don't remember who the actress that played Vasquez is. I do know that she's the John Connor's mother, foster mother in Terminator 2. Okay. Because she's so masculine in Aliens and yet so motherly and feminine in Terminator 2.
Carrie Hent? No, that's the kid. Mm-hmm. Jeanette Goldstein.
That might sound familiar.
She did Terminator 2.
Yeah. So that's her. Vasquez is great. Everyone they really figured out how to make their own little thing. Yeah. And even the drill sergeant, not the drill sergeant, but what's his name?
The character or the actor?
Yeah, the character. The guy in charge. Apone. Sergeant Apone.
Okay.
He was a Marine.
In real life?
Yeah, he was a Marine, then he became an actor after he got out the service, so exactly. Yeah. He knew how to bring forth that commanding kind of presence, that humor, and the cigar, little things like that. He just knew how to add touches to it. Yeah. And that's great. Michael Biehn was almost not in the movie.
Why?
Another guy was hired to play Hicks. Look up 48 Hours.
The
movie with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. And the villain in that movie, that actor was originally cast as Hicks.
48 Hours?
Yes. 48 Hours, I think directed by Walter Hill.
48 Hours.
Yeah. But anyways, he was hired, but then he got pinched.
Yeah, Walter Hill.
For drugs. And he's like, I can't do the movie. I got this problem. And so James Cameron was like, what the hell am I going to do? And then he went back to, hey, I worked with Michael Biehn in Terminator. Yeah. And then they brought him in. So I think
a recommendation from someone else.
Yeah, or I don't know exactly how it came about, but I think he only had 2 weeks until shooting started. So everything was done.
That every time that happens, it goes right. Jacob Elordi was the same thing.
Yeah.
Most it can go wrong. The production's almost done. You have no time to rehearse.
Yeah, but then because that the interpretation of those characters is going to be different. Yeah. You don't know how, but it's I just need somebody that has presence, who's got the skill of an actor to do this. That was even the case. I saw a video literally today of You ever watch Interview with the Vampire?
No.
No? Christian Slater plays the journalist.
Yeah.
He was not the original one cast, River Phoenix, Joaquin's brother.
Yeah.
But then he passed away. And so they got,
you told me that
somebody
too.
else.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
Christian Slater to do it. You know?
Yeah.
But yes, like you said, most of the time, whenever you think of like, oh, this person had to be recast last minute, works. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing. Sigourney Weaver was nominated for Best Actress.
What? For Aliens?
For Aliens.
Really?
She got nominated for Best Actress.
I didn't.
87, 88 Academy Awards.
Aliens Oscar nominations.
Yeah, I remember she got nominated. I thought that was nuts.
7. And 1 too. But not for Best Actress, which was cited as a snub.
Definitely worth a nod.
Wow.
Absolutely worth a nod.
Yeah.
She's incredible. And that. Because it's like
It won VFX and sound editing.
Yeah, the guns.
Yeah.
The guns itself, and even like I said before, the radar.
Movie. Yeah.
The radar is like just the sound of that, like that high pitched sound. Just like it's just adds to the creep factor of it all.
Yeah.
You know.
Amazing. It's my favorite of the franchise.
I mean,
you
together.
Those,
and I guess we can go to Alien 3. Man.
Oh, first Fincher movie, second Fincher movie?
First Fincher movie.
Piranha was after?
No, Piranha was
Cameron.
It was Cameron.
Oh, okay.
It was Cameron.
Yeah.
Like, no, he didn't. I don't know if he directed it, but
yeah,
he did work, a lot of work on it. Like he sculpted the animals and the piranhas and things like that.
And that's what we say. Like Fincher did Alien 3, and then he went straight to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a redo.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, we'll give you a mulligan. Go make this crazy movie with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Good luck. Nobody's gonna want to watch that movie. It's too crazy.
Yeah. But like Alien 3, it makes sense because it's like a tragedy.
And what I love the premises of the first 3. I don't love the premise of 4, but we'll get to that.
4 is like we'll get there, but
yeah. It's everything has a different tone, and everything has different ideas, and they all work. It's just that David Fincher, I think he was purposely given that job because he'd never done a movie before. He was like, okay, we can tell this young guy what to do. They didn't think he would actually be David Fincher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that to me was a big problem.
Like for me, what breaks the movie from the start is killing everyone on the ship.
Really? That doesn't. Okay, go.
Ripley's entire emotional arc from the previous movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, not doing that anymore. That's gone. She isn't a mother anymore. She's becoming someone else, and this new ship it basically ignores what came before.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, you could say like Aliens kind of does that with Alien because like only she carries over.
Yeah.
And the same thing here. But come on, Alien and Aliens complement each other. This is a completely. I think that wasn't Fincher's idea, right? To kill the girl.
No.
Probably studio idea to do something different, like new movie.
There had been so many people that worked on that script because you can dive into so many directors until they finally were because like Walter Hill passed it up, Rennie Harlan passed it up. A lot of notable directors were offered it, and then they started work, and then they were like, no, not doing it.
Joaquin Filomeno, please come to the high school office.
We're still at school, people.
Filomeno.
And they're like, all right, this new guy is like, he's like, I want to direct movies because he had only done music videos up until that point, you know? And so it's like, all right, cool. But the script went through so many. There was supposed to be like a planet made out of wood with monks instead of prisoners. There were just so many iterations of the script. So that in and of itself was a huge problem because it never really settled on a very cohesive and clear vision. And then they just kept changing it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
But even in that mess, there's some great things. Like I think the cast is amazing.
I don't even remember the cast.
You got Charles Dance, who he's up in there. He plays the doctor.
Yeah.
You got Charles S. Dutton. He's the black guy. Yeah, you don't remember?
Don't remember.
He's the only black guy, but I think that was one of his first movies that I remember seeing him in. And just a powerful presence. Mm-hmm. Great. I think some person to play off of Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, okay.
You know, because she's weak and vulnerable and traumatized by everything that happened. And so he provides like a really cool like counterpoint to that. Lance Hendrickson makes an appearance at the very end. And just a lot of British actors that are just really great at what they were able to contribute to that movie.
What's the ending of the movie? I don't remember the ending. Because I remember an ending, and I don't know if it's Alien 3 or Resurrections.
The ending is Ripley falling into the...
That's what I remember.
Incinerator, I guess is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
While the alien queen bursts out of her.
That's the only thing I kind of like.
Yeah.
The ending.
And a ballsy ending.
Yeah.
Very, very gutsy. I like that. But there's a lot of, like, the special effects are just not good at all.
What year was it? Like, it was already 2000s.
1993.
Okay.
92,
Let me see.
maybe.
Alien.
Because I remember the
92.
The promotional material before the date was announced, it just said coming soon. When I remember seeing it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Not Alien, but I saw the promotion in the movie theater, and it made it look like it was going to be on Earth. Like it was literally like an egg kind of like descending down, and you see the planet Earth. So everyone's like, oh snap, they're bringing it here. How is that going to go?
That'd be cool.
Which, well, not really, because Alien versus Predator.
I haven't seen any of them.
The second one, yeah.
That's on Earth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is like, it's in the suburbs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Before the Predator.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like from Jump Street, it was just a huge cash grab. And Sigourney Weaver, being the brilliant, person that she is, when they offered it to her, it was like, they were like, I don't know if I want to do it. It's like, okay, we'll give you this money. Oh, but by the way, we also want you to shave your head. And like, okay, you need to give me more money.
Yeah.
And so they did. I think they ponied up a cool $1 million for her to shave her head.
They didn't have like what Jacob already did for Frankenstein, just closing it.
She really shaved her head.
Yeah. Like Emma Stone for Begonia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so the alien itself. Here's, I think, the 100% David Fincher contribution without any interference is that iconic shot with Sigourney Weaver up against the wall and the alien comes at her. When you see the behind the scenes stuff, you see like he had been planning that shot forever.
That was the only thing he had a voice.
Yeah, that was like the main thing. Everything else was like, everyone at the studio chirping in his ear. But that particular shot, like, even he still criticizes that shot.
Yeah.
He's like, it could have been this. I wanted to do this. Because you know him. He's like,
meticulous.
He's OCD with exactly what he wants, and as good as it looks, and that's what everybody remembers about Alien 3 from a visual standpoint. He's still got thoughts about that.
It was like a traumatizing experience for him, probably. Right before he got his big break. No control over a movie. That's the third one in the franchise.
Yeah.
When I learned that it was him who did it, I was confused. Like, why, when? Like, before 7, sure, but then how did he go from that to 7? Oh, 7 wasn't like a big project, planned to be a big project.
Yeah.
It was just another movie. Yeah. Weird movie.
Side note, by the way, if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but at the 96 MTV Movie Awards, 7 wins Best Movie.
Really?
Yeah. And that's when I think most people were like, wait, what?
Yeah. But it was before like people started seeing it, recognizing it.
I mean, it made good money. It had a lot of buzz, but it wasn't like a giant blockbuster of a movie, You wouldn't get that until way later. But with 7, it was like almost, I would say like a level above cult. Like it was profitable.
Yeah.
It had Brad Pitt in it, who was like a huge rising star at the time, paired with Morgan Freeman.
It was before Fight Club. Yeah, like 4 years before Fight Club.
It's Alien 3, 7, The Game.
Haven't seen The Game.
With Michael Douglas.
Yeah. People say
Primo.
Yeah.
Then Fight Club. And so it's like he was building up his repertoire.
Yeah.
But with 7, it was like, this is the movie, But yeah, it's David Fincher's gonna be David Fincher, and so God bless him for that.
Yeah. Then they brought in the director that would later do Amélie. The French movie Amélie, they brought in for Alien Resurrection. A French director.
Yes, he is a French director. I forget his name.
It's Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
That guy.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He did Amélie in 2001 and Resurrections was 97.
Yeah.
So
I was not a fan when I heard they were doing Resurrection. I was like, Ripley's dead. Let her be. But no, it's more of a cash grab, and it's just
clone for her.
Nothing I like about this movie.
That's the worst one for me.
Yeah,
like I think I told you this before. People say like, oh, what is the debate? Is Alien or Aliens? For me, it's Alien Resurrection or Alien 3. For me, Resurrection is the worst one.
No, it's not a fun movie to watch.
It's a B movie for me. Almost a B movie. Like that ending with the white.
Budget. Yeah, I hate. Because I remember like back in the day.
Yeah.
HBO would have like coming soon or behind the scenes before the movie was actually released.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have like a half an hour of like behind the scenes footage, and everybody would talk about the making of it and whatnot. And one of the things that they kept mentioning was like a surprise new alien. I'm like,
they promoted that.
They promoted it, and I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
And then I finally saw it, and I'm like, this?
No. This it doesn't look the 79 one, the Alien looked way better than this.
It was just disturbing. It's like body horror. That's what it kind of reminded me.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was kind of a B movie, like those B horror movies. Yeah. Especially that ending where he's sucked out of the ship.
Man. And so I was like, oh, okay, they're going to Earth. Oh no, he gets sucked out.
No, and
I thought it'd be like one of those things where they provide a cliffhanger for the next one.
Another no. They just kill. Yeah. And the cast I think is okay. It's Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman is a great one. Winona Ryder's in it. Dan Hedaya is in it. He plays one of the like doctor person.
There's a guy who's in this movie. Let me see his name. When I saw it, I thought it was a young Denis Villeneuve. Because he looks exactly like Denis Villeneuve. His name is Michael Wincott. Imagine a younger version.
Yes. He was. Yeah. Now I remember he's in that. That's right.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of. He was in The Crow.
He was in Nope. Nope from Jordan Peele.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
One. He was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He was one of the villains in that one. Yeah, it's good. Great.
Yeah.
Evil sounding voice.
Yeah.
He's really good in that one. There's a dude, I forget his name, but he was one of the guys who ended up in CSI, that TV show. Have you heard
Ted Danson?
Not Ted Danson.
No. I've heard
he played Warwick Brown.
Let me see.
I just forget his name in real life, name of the actor.
Gary Durden.
That's the one. Gary. Okay. Yeah. He's in there back when he had dreadlocks. And it was like kind of a ragtag bunch of like mercenaries.
Yeah, that was the best thing about the movie. The team and Winona Ryder. She's always great. The character is nothing.
I didn't see it in the movie theater. I saw it when it finally debuted on HBO.
Yeah. And
I just remember getting so bored. The only sequence I remember thinking was like, oh, this is suspenseful and scary, is when they have to swim from one opening to the other.
Yes, that was good. Yeah.
I was like,
that was good.
And then when they finally come up for air, there's eggs around them. I was like, nice.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a really good moment. But everything else.
Something I feel like this and 3 did that. It was like, oh, let's imitate what Ridley Scott did. Is the same kind of story. It's a ship, and there's an alien on the ship.
Monster House.
Yeah, exactly.
Escape. Yeah.
Which is kind of what Romulus did, but that did it well. But what Ridley Scott would later do with his sequels, Prometheus and Covenant, is expand the world, like Cameron did. That's why Aliens work so well. Yeah. They just kind of went back to an original, smaller version of what this franchise is, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. Have you ever, going back really quick, have you ever heard of the story of the pitch meeting for Aliens?
No.
Okay.
For Aliens?
Yes, for Aliens. How James Cameron sold it. He was like, they're not going to see this kind of backwards, but it's going to say Aliens.
Yeah.
Like, this is what he did. He wrote it on the board. He wrote this, and then they're like, yeah, and then he writes, and they're like, ooh, and then he goes, he makes it $1. And then he goes into, but that's how he starts the pitch. You know, that's a very famous Hollywood story.
That's cool.
And then
that's what he did later on with the avatars.
Yeah.
He knows how to bring it. And Titanic.
Yeah, which I'm not a fan of.
Really?
I'm not a fan of Titanic. I respect it. I'm like, well made, kudos and everything, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
I love the song more than Celine Dion. Like, She
Horner.
killed
James Horner.
And James Horner does the score, so the music it lines up very well. I can tell you another fun fact about that. 2 guys were approached to play Jack. You know one of them.
I don't. You
Which
told
one
me,
do
but
you
I
know?
don't remember. I don't. I remember you told me 2 guys were considered. Christian Bale.
No, maybe, but not that I've heard of. He wasn't famous yet.
Yeah.
He hadn't done American Psycho. That would come like 3 years later. Yeah. It was Matthew McConaughey auditioned, thought he was going to get it. They sent the script to Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I remember he told the story once. It was like, because they asked Howard Stern, actually.
Yeah.
And how he asked him, it was like, was there ever a big movie that you passed up, that you regretted? He was like, well, I wouldn't say I regretted it, but I remember reading the script for Titanic. And they're like, what? Why didn't you? And then he's like, and then I just sent it back to James Cameron with the note that says, this is going to be huge, but no thank you. And then
the same thing as Will Smith with Neo in the Matrix.
But he just didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm so happy he didn't do it.
Wow, but that could have been like a different career for Johnny Depp.
Totally different.
Yeah.
But you know, he wouldn't have done Pirates of the Caribbean.
But it was 4 years later, even more. 99
Pirates?
And then 2003.
No, he started filming it in 96, I think.
Really?
Yeah. It was a long
Pirates?
production. No, not Pirates.
Titanic. Okay,
It was a long, drawn-out production, which has its own issues that we can talk about one day.
We'll go through James Cameron one day.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
We could go
when Avatar 2 maybe releases, we can go through everything it did.
It's coming out really soon.
Yeah, in a month, a little less.
Talk about that maybe next week. All right,
Prometheus.
Really quick, I want to know your thoughts on.
I have a weird relationship with Prometheus.
Why?
Because when I first saw it, I was super interested in everything it was doing, but I hated the final 40 minutes so much. I said, no, bad movie, one of the worst of the franchise. But I kept researching about it and the concepts and the ideas. For me, Alien, Prometheus. The top
I can
three.
live with that. Yeah,
I think
I can live with that.
the idea of the engineers as an expansion for the world is what brings me into this. And I love the cast. Everyone is really good. Guy Pearce is unrecognizable in the beginning.
Yeah, he's.
And I love that, and Michael Fassbender in both movies as
he's incredible. David,
yeah, that's amazing casting, amazing characters because he's another character in Covenant.
Yes,
and
yeah.
I think it's a very classic sci-fi movie. They go to this planet to explore the ship, blah, 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 and it gets interesting as it goes. And the ending when the engineer kind of wakes up.
Yeah.
What I missed from the movie was a dialogue, a deep dialogue of an explanation between the engineer and the characters. But then would have kind of broken the awe and the interest. The mystique, yeah, the mystique. And the final scene I love, with the alien being born. I like Prometheus a lot. And Ridley Scott doesn't.
Yeah, because
he says
he was messed with a lot by the studio.
He said he couldn't finish his idea of what the movie would become.
Yeah, because that's why some of the horror movie kind of tropes pop up.
Yeah, but
it's more of a cerebral movie.
The
tone is off.
Yeah, and the little aliens appearing in when they enter the ship, the center of the ship basically, there are little
creatures
from the planet that keep appearing, and it's jump scares.
Yeah.
Here and there, but it's not.
Is it in Prometheus that not the chest burster, but the alien comes out?
No.
From the back?
No, that's Covenant.
That's Covenant?
I'm pretty... Yeah, because there is no alien in Prometheus.
That's true.
Only
that's
in
true.
the last scene.
Yeah.
Which that's also something I love. Like, it's a great prequel.
Yeah, and I think it was supposed to be like a trilogy.
It was like...
sequel, prequel trilogy.
And Covenant has very good connections with Prometheus, but...
Yeah, and what I really liked was like the kind of like the religious undertones of both movies.
The first scene is like a historical prophecy. The engineer drinking the thing, and
the sacrifice to create more life and everything. And I remember there was a really cool theory that after Covenant, one of the biblical images that he would kind of reinterpret would be like I think it's do you remember? You should probably know this better than me by this point, but because you actually take religion class. Was it Daniel that gets thrown to the lions? Daniel or David?
Yeah.
One of those characters in the Bible gets thrown in a pit with the lions, and then the lions don't attack him. And so the whole theory was that there could be a scene where somebody gets thrown in a pit with aliens, and then they don't attack.
Like a person or...
Like a person gets thrown in there, like one of the characters. And I'm like, it's an interesting idea. Because even though Ridley Scott is kind of a famous atheist, he does see the religious experience in the movie theater.
Yeah.
He's talked about that, which is kind of interesting.
And he brings it a lot in these, like both movies, the creators of humankind.
Yeah. But I remember watching Alien Covenant. I was really looking forward to it because I love Prometheus. So I thought it was really cool. And so it was like, all right, Michael Fassbender, another one. I love the Ozymandias poem.
Yes.
Recited. I thought that was badass. And I went to go see it for my birthday, not on my birthday.
Yeah, okay.
It came out around that time. And I went with this girl that I was dating. And then so I was super stoked. I'm watching it, enjoying it, even though it's like, okay, there's some weird moments here.
Yeah.
But I really, really liked it. And then when the movie's over, she just looked at me and it's like, that sucked. And that was like a huge red.
But it's understandable.
That was a huge red flag for me.
Yeah, but that was my reaction in the end. Like, why?
Not good.
No, but it was because of this incomplete feeling.
Yeah.
But I like it. Now I like it.
No, I've seen it a couple times after, and it's like I love the character.
It's
Evil David is just amazing.
Yeah.
Evil David is just one of the great characters that could not have completed their arc.
Yeah.
That was kind of intended for him, maybe, but. No,
it's the second best character in the franchise.
After Ellen? Yeah, I'll say that. But honorable mention for Hudson.
Who?
Aliens. Bill
One
Paxton.
of the... Yeah.
So, I'll give him that. All right.
Covenant. Oh,
Covenant?
Yeah.
No, you watched a couple of movies that I want to hear about that I haven't seen yet. Which one do you want to talk about?
So I saw Wicked and Jay Kelly. Wicked for Good and Jay Kelly.
Okay. And?
So let me start with Jay Kelly. Very short, like, it's good, but if you love Noah Baumbach, this is not what good Noah Baumbach looks like.
Okay.
I like George Clooney, I really like Adam Sandler, the cast is good, but it's too meandering. Like, that is a good characteristic in movies like Marriage Stories and Frances Ha, but it doesn't work when it's trying to explore the deep, like, reflections of Jay Kelly upon his career and his life and losing the people he loved.
So it's like a character piece.
It's a character piece, but it's very, like, I saw some compare it to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind because there are some, like, dreamlike sequences.
Okay.
They're sprinkled in very inconsistently. There isn't a clear through line or direction.
Yeah.
You're just following the characters. I like the last scene. I think most people will like the last scene. Pretty emotional.
Okay.
And it's like a tribute to George Clooney himself. But I just thought, like, if this was supposed or is supposed to be an Oscar player, it's a little weak and unremarkable. Yeah. I think Sandler, like, even though I don't think it's his best performance by far, if he gets nominated, I'll be happy because it's him, but not because it's this performance.
Okay. All right.
And it looks good. Wicked for Good.
I watched the first one. I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
I didn't like the first one when I first saw it. Then I rewatched it last week.
You rewatched it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In steps. Like, I saw it in a week.
Okay.
Yeah, like a show. And I liked it a lot better. It's really good. The ending is just Defying Gravity is amazing. And apparently an unpopular opinion, I prefer the second one.
Okay.
I loved Wicked for Good.
Really?
Loved Wicked for Good. And I think what most
5 out of
people
5?
no, like 4.5.
4.5?
A lower 4.5. The first one I went from a 2.5 to a 4. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some improvement.
Yeah. And I think what many people are saying, like, it's scattered, it's messy, it's stagnant, the characters aren't as fleshed out. And the main thing people have been complaining about is the connections to The Wizard of Oz.
I've heard of
The Wizard of Oz was one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
So I loved almost everything they did to tie in, because what I went into Wicked expecting was the prequel to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And that's part of what I didn't love about the first one when I first saw it. Like, it is connected, but it's like its own story, which is cool.
Kind of self-contained.
The second one, it's really much like, let's bring this into The Wizard of Oz. Let's connect the dots deep in Elphaba and Glinda. And like, the tone of the first one is very light. This is a heavier movie.
Okay.
The makeup in the characters from The Wizard of Oz is really great. The music, people say is like not as good as the first one. It isn't as good as the first one.
Right.
But I like, in general, every song, and the 2 new songs they wrote for the movie.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I like Ariana Grande's song in the end, Girl in the Bubble. Really like the camera work. You're gonna see, like, it plays with mirrors a lot.
Yeah.
And it reflects on her character. Both of them, Elphaba and Glinda, get a lot of development. Their relationship changes throughout the movie, and I didn't expect that as much as it happened.
Yeah.
Fiyero, Jonathan Bailey's Fiyero, also plays a very important part. Amazing. The animals plotline gets fleshed out.
Okay.
It works a lot more. The wizard, Jeff Goldblum, just, if I didn't love him in the first one, he's great here.
Yeah.
There's one scene in the end with him which is great. Michelle Yeoh, she's there. I don't know why she went to the Wicked movies.
I was kind of always struck by that casting. I was like, can she sing?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and the final, let's say, 20 minutes, shivers.
Nice.
And the final minute is levitating stuff. It took me to new heights. For me, even higher than the ending of the first one.
Okay.
Honestly, like, even though the songs and the final song, like For Good, is good, but not as good as Defying Gravity, still, like, I think I felt it as much because of how much I care about The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And seeing this completely new side of the story, which, like, we knew that was coming from the first, right? The actual story of the Wicked Witch works brilliantly. It's emotional. It's deep. It's a brilliant fantasy world to explore. It's movie magic. And I loved it. 4.5. And J. Kelly, I gave it 3 out of 5. Wicked is, like, in my top 5 of the year, I think, so far.
All right.
Yeah.
Best Picture nominee, maybe?
Like, based, for me, yes, but...
Should.
Should, but the reception has been really divisive. And people have been taking it out. I still think it's in, just because of the crafts. And Ariana Grande might win. Honestly,
Really?
Yeah, she almost won for the first, like, Zoe Saldana swept. But I think if it wasn't for her, maybe Ariana would have gotten. She doesn't have more to do. She has more serious stuff to do.
Okay.
And I think that's more of an awards performance.
Okay.
Arriva was also great. The entire cast is good. I think, like, if it's not getting as many nominations as the first, it's getting replaced by the new category, casting and song, because it has the original song.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna perform almost as good as the first, maybe a little less. I see people taking it out of Best Picture. I think it's very reactionary.
Okay.
Let's wait and see. It's doing really good at the box office.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, make that money.
Yeah, and it deserves it because it's really great. I saw, like, John M. Chu 4 movies, both Wickeds. Now You See Me Too.
Yeah.
And In the Heights. In the Heights is my favorite because it's amazing. Have you seen it?
No.
It's like...
I love him just for the simple fact of Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love the way he put his vision in these movies.
All right.
Amazing.
All right, cool. I think we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see you guys next time.